The Audi A4 is a car that has stood the test of time, a machine that carries a sense of refinement, performance, and understated elegance that has made it one of the most recognizable luxury sedans in the world. When we talk about the Audi A4, we are not just talking about a car, but rather about an identity, a symbol of German engineering and craftsmanship that has been perfected through decades of innovation. This car represents balance. It sits in that sweet spot between sportiness and comfort, between premium appeal and everyday usability, between technology and tradition. It's no surprise that the A4 has been one of Audi's best-selling models globally, a car that many people aspire to own, not only because of what it offers behind the wheel, but also because of what it says about the person driving it. The story of the Audi A4 begins in the mid-1990s when it was introduced as a successor to the Audi 80. From its very first generation, Audi set out to build a car that would compete directly with other German giants like the BMW 3 Series and the Mercedes-Benz C-Class. These three cars have been rivals for decades, representing the heart of the compact luxury sedan segment. Yet the A4 brought with it something unique, Audi's legendary Quattro all-wheel drive system. While its competitors focused on rear-wheel drive dynamics, Audi carved out a niche for itself by making all-weather performance a priority. That decision alone helped shape the identity of the A4 as a car that you could enjoy not just on dry, sunny roads, but also in rain, snow, or challenging conditions. Over the years, the Audi A4 has evolved significantly. Each generation has built upon the strengths of its predecessor while introducing new design languages, technologies, and powertrains. One of the most striking aspects of the A4 has always been its design philosophy. Audi does not chase overly flamboyant styling. Instead, the A4 embodies a design that is clean, sharp, and timeless. The lines are precise, the proportions balanced, and the overall look elegant without screaming for attention. This restrained yet sophisticated aesthetic has ensured that even older A4 models still look modern on the road today. The single-frame grille, the LED lighting signature, and the aerodynamic silhouette have all become trademarks of the A4's personality. Step inside an Audi A4 and you are immediately greeted with the brand's famous interior craftsmanship. Audi has long been considered a leader in designing car interiors that blend simplicity, quality, and technology seamlessly. Soft-touch materials, meticulous attention to detail, and a driver-focused layout create an environment that feels both luxurious and functional. The seats are supportive, the ergonomics are nearly perfect, and the sense of solidity when you close the door reminds you that this is a premium product built to last. Over the years, the A4 has introduced numerous innovations in cabin technology, from Audi's MMI infotainment system to the virtual cockpit, which replaced traditional dials with a fully digital, customizable display. These features make driving the A4 not just comfortable, but also engaging in a modern, high-tech way. Performance has always been a crucial part of the A4's identity. Depending on the generation and market, the car has been offered with a wide range of engines, from efficient 4 cylinders to powerful version 6S. The combination of turbocharging, precise engineering, and Audi's Quattro system creates a driving experience that is both confident and rewarding. Unlike some competitors that prioritize aggressive dynamics at the expense of comfort, the A4 strikes a balance. It offers agile handling and sharp steering, but it never sacrifices ride comfort. This makes it a car you can enjoy on a winding back road just as much as you can on a long highway cruise. In fact, that dual character is one of the reasons why the A4 appeals to such a wide audience. Another key aspect of the Audi A4 is its efficiency and adaptability. In recent years, Audi has worked hard to refine its engines to deliver strong performance while keeping fuel consumption and emissions in check. Mild hybrid systems and cleaner turbocharged engines have been introduced to keep the A4 relevant in a world where sustainability matters more than ever. For those who crave more excitement, Audi also offers performance-oriented variants like the S4 and the RS4 Avant, which take the basic A4 formula and inject it with a dose of adrenaline. These models showcase the breadth of the A4 lineup, from sensible executive sedan to high-performance sports car disguised in a practical body. Technology has always been a strong suit of the A4. From driver assistance systems to advanced connectivity, the car keeps up with the demands of modern drivers. Adaptive cruise control, lane keeping assist, traffic jam assist, and a host of safety features make the A4 not just luxurious but also intelligent. The integration of Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, and wireless connectivity ensures that the car is fully in tune with the digital lifestyles of today's customers. Audi has a knack for making technology feel intuitive rather than overwhelming, and the A4 exemplifies this perfectly. Over the decades, the Audi A4 has not only been a strong seller but also a cultural symbol. In many parts of the world, it has become the go-to choice for professionals, executives, and enthusiasts alike. It represents ambition, success, and good taste. It is a car that blends into the corporate parking lot with understated elegance, yet it also commands respect on the open road. This duality has made it a favorite among people who want a premium vehicle that doesn't scream for attention but quietly exudes confidence. The success of the A4 can also be seen in how it has helped shape Audi as a brand. Alongside models like the A6, the Q5, and the A3, the A4 has been one of the pillars of Audi's global sales. It has introduced countless new customers to the Audi family, many of whom stay loyal to the brand for life. This loyalty is not accidental, it is earned through the consistent delivery of quality, performance, and innovation. When someone buys an A4, they are not just buying a car, they are buying into Audi's philosophy of progress through technology, or as Audi calls it, Voorsprong durch Technik. From its humble beginnings in the 1990s to its current form as a technologically advanced luxury sedan, the Audi A4 has never stopped evolving. Each generation represents a chapter in Audi's relentless pursuit of perfection. Whether it is the lightweight construction, the efficient engines, the intelligent Quattro system, or the seamless integration of cutting-edge tech, the A4 is always one step ahead. It embodies what a luxury car should be in every era, adapting to the times without losing its essence. Driving an Audi A4 is not just about getting from point A to point B. It is about experiencing a level of refinement that makes every journey enjoyable. The sound insulation keeps the cabin quiet, the suspension absorbs imperfections in the road, and the steering responds with precision. It creates a sense of connection between driver and machine that is both reassuring and rewarding. For those who love to drive, the A4 delivers excitement in a controlled, sophisticated manner. For those who simply want comfort, it provides a sanctuary on wheels. The Audi A4 also demonstrates how luxury does not have to be loud. Unlike some cars that rely on flashy designs or aggressive marketing, the A4 builds its reputation on substance. It is a car that lets its engineering and quality do the talking. The confidence it gives to its driver, the admiration it receives from others, and the legacy it carries forward are all part of what makes it so special. And perhaps that is why the Audi A4 continues to thrive even as the automotive industry changes rapidly. With electric cars, SUVs, and new technologies reshaping the market, the A4 remains relevant because it stays true to its core values. Audi is already working on electrifying its lineup, and while the A4 may eventually evolve into a fully electric model, the spirit of what makes it great will remain the same, a perfect blend of performance, luxury, technology, and everyday usability. The Audi A4 is more than just a car, it is a story of progress, refinement, and excellence. It appeals to those who appreciate the finer things in life but prefer subtlety over extravagance. It rewards drivers with confidence, passengers with comfort, and owners with pride. Year after year, generation after generation, the A4 has proven itself to be not just a competitor in its class, but a leader in its own right. When you see an Audi A4 on the road, you see a car that represents decades of heritage, a car that has earned its place in the Automotive Hall of Fame. It is a car that brings people together, whether it's enthusiasts discussing performance figures, families appreciating comfort, or professionals admiring its style. It is a car that continues to evolve without ever forgetting its roots. That is why the Audi A4 is not just another luxury sedan, it is an icon, a benchmark, and a timeless companion for those who demand the best in every journey. Great. The Audi A4 is one of those rare cars that manages to balance so many qualities in such a seamless way that it becomes more than just a machine, it becomes a statement. When people talk about German engineering, precision, and refinement, the A4 is often the car that comes to mind because it embodies these values perfectly. For decades now, this car has been a cornerstone of Audi's lineup, defining what a premium compact sedan should be and consistently setting new benchmarks for others to follow. From its introduction in the mid-1990s to the latest versions today, the Audi A4 has always represented progress, elegance, and everyday usability in a way that few cars have managed to achieve. The origins of the A4 trace back to the Audi 80, a car that built a strong foundation for Audi in the compact executive segment. But when the A4 was launched in 1994, it was more than just a replacement, it was a bold step forward. Audi wanted to compete directly with rivals like the BMW 3 Series and Mercedes-Benz C-Class, cars that dominated the segment at the time. To succeed, Audi knew they needed something different, something that would stand out not only in terms of performance but also in everyday practicality. That's where Audi's legendary Quattro all-wheel drive system played a major role. While BMW focused on rear-wheel drive performance and Mercedes on comfort, Audi offered a sedan that could handle all weather conditions without compromising on style or driving pleasure. It was this decision that gave the A4 its unique identity right from the start. Each generation of the A4 has built upon that winning formula. The first generation A4, known as the B5, immediately won praise for its sharp design and precise driving dynamics. It carried a clean, aerodynamic shape that gave it a modern and sophisticated look compared to its rivals. The interior was equally impressive, with a focus on driver comfort, intuitive controls, and a sense of solidity that set it apart. Audi also offered a variety of engine options, from efficient 4 cylinders to more powerful V6 units, giving customers a wide range of choices depending on their preferences. But what really elevated the B5A4 was the introduction of the high-performance S4 and later the RS4 Avant. These models took the base A4 and transformed it into a true performance machine, with turbocharged engines, sport-tuned suspension, and quattro grip. Suddenly, the A4 wasn't just competing with luxury sedans, it was also challenging high-performance cars in the same segment. The RS4 Avant in particular became a cult classic, loved by enthusiasts for its blend of practicality and sheer driving excitement. This tradition of blending everyday usability with high performance would go on to define Audi's approach to the A4 lineup for decades to come. By the time the second generation, the B6, arrived in 2000, Audi had firmly established the A4 as a serious competitor. The design evolved into something even sleeker and more refined, with sharper lines and a more aggressive stance. The interior took another step forward, featuring higher quality materials and improved ergonomics. Audi was clearly setting the standard for what a luxury compact sedan should feel like inside. Technologically, the B6 also introduced improvements in safety, performance, and efficiency. The car became more refined to drive, striking a balance between sportiness and comfort that appealed to a wide range of customers. One of the hallmarks of the A4 has always been Audi's ability to blend timeless design with modern technology. Unlike some rivals that go through radical design changes, the A4 has always evolved carefully, keeping its signature clean and understated look. This means that even older A4 models still look elegant today, a testament to Audi's restrained and thoughtful approach to design. It's not about making the loudest statement, but rather about making the right one. People who buy an A4 often appreciate this subtlety. It's a car that doesn't need to shout to be noticed. The third generation, the B7, carried forward this philosophy when it launched in 2004. Though technically more of a heavy facelift of the B6 than a completely new model, the B7 brought significant upgrades. It introduced a refreshed design, updated engines, and more advanced technology. The headlights and grille reflected Audi's new corporate identity, and the Quattro system was enhanced to provide even better handling and traction. By this time, Audi had truly carved out its place in the luxury sedan segment. The A4 was no longer seen as just an alternative to the BMW 3 Series or Mercedes C-Class, it was now a genuine contender, offering something unique of its own. Inside, the A4 continued to shine. Audi had gained a reputation for building the best interiors in the business, and the B7 reinforced that image. High-quality materials, intuitive controls, and an atmosphere of quiet sophistication made it a car that drivers and passengers alike could appreciate. This was also the era when Audi began integrating more advanced infotainment and navigation systems, keeping pace with the rapidly evolving expectations of customers. Performance enthusiasts were once again treated to the S4 and 4 rupees variants during the B7 generation. The RS4 in particular became a legend, with its naturally aspirated 4.2-liter V8 engine producing a thrilling soundtrack and immense power. It was available as a sedan, convertible, and Avant, showcasing Audi's commitment to offering performance in a variety of body styles. This car demonstrated that the A4 platform was capable of handling not just luxury but also serious performance engineering, making it one of the most versatile lineups in the industry. As Audi moved into the B8 generation in 2008, the A4 underwent one of its most significant transformations. This was a completely new model built on a new platform, and it showcased Audi's vision for the future. The B8A4 was larger, more spacious, and more advanced than ever before. The design adopted sharper lines, a wider stance, and a more commanding presence on the road. Inside, the cabin grew in size, offering more comfort and practicality, especially for rear passengers. This was a key move because one of the criticisms of earlier A4 models was their limited rear seat space compared to rivals. The B8 also introduced Audi's now famous MMI infotainment system in a more advanced form, placing a rotary dial on the center console to control navigation, media, and vehicle settings. This system quickly became a benchmark for user-friendly technology in luxury cars. Once again, Audi demonstrated its ability to integrate cutting-edge tech without overwhelming the driver. Performance improved significantly too. Turbocharged engines became the norm, delivering strong performance with better efficiency. The Quattro system was more sophisticated than ever, and Audi introduced features like dynamic steering and adaptive suspension, allowing drivers to tailor the driving experience to their liking. The S4 returned with a supercharged V6 engine, delivering both speed and efficiency, while the RS4 Avant continued to thrill enthusiasts with its high-revving V8 power. The B8 generation was also important for another reason: it marked Audi's rise in global markets. The A4 became one of the brand's best-selling models worldwide, particularly in markets like China and the United States. It was no longer just a European success story, it was now a global icon. This widespread popularity solidified the A4's position as one of the pillars of Audi's lineup, ensuring its place in the company's future plans. Thank you.